Okay, these are horse tracks leading onto our property illegally, trespassing on our property. We don't have any horses at this location, and they come all the way onto the property. On Thursday, after our appointment with the VA, we noticed the tracks leading onto the property. And you see, you can follow the track all the way deep into our property, and there's tracks even as far as my trailer. On Friday at dusk, just before the sun went down, which was about 9 p.m., I saw the neighbor's two kids with their horses in this area, and they were going to trespass on our property again. And they saw me looking at them, so they sat there and stared at me, staring at them, and then they left. Also, they've been bringing dirt bikes in on our property to rip and race around. Now we have a tremendous amount of just on the other side of our fences. It's not BML land, it's TDIC water conservation land, but plenty of riding, plenty of hills, plenty of area for recreational uses, or they at least allow people to use it for their recreational purposes. There's no excuse for anyone to be on our property. What's more, our property is one of the smallest ones in the area. Ours is only 30 acres. The average property here is 40, 80, and 120. Across the street from us is 120. This one over here is 80. So there's no reason. Everybody who lives around here has enough of their own land, as well as there's a ton. We're following the tracks. You see the newly kicked up loose dirt, and it goes deep into my property. And you see it go around up there. Zoom in a bit so you can see it. And it keeps going further down into the property. And yesterday, there's a bunch of horse tracks around our trailers and things, which are 660 feet onto our property. And where the, let's see if I can zoom in, where the telephone poles are pretty much our fence line. And on the other side of that, it's just as far as you can see and ride or walk or whatever you want to do, land for people can ride their horses and their dune buggies and all that stuff. So there's absolutely, in all those hills and mountains you see in the back, there's absolutely no excuse for trespassing on our property to do anything recreational. Not to mention, our property is clearly posted, no trespassing, everywhere. And you see the roll of the barbed wire, because this was fenced in, and for lack of a better term, jackass neighbors cut the barbed wire on the fence multiple times to allow themselves access to our property, which is inexcusable. So we do have our police reports filed, and we have witnesses, both me and another person who was on the property, who physically saw them, so they can't lie, doing this. And the ones on the horses with the horse tracks are absolutely the neighbor's kids from 1501 Harmon. And then the ATVs and the motorcycles are from up the street. And they were seen and caught, as well as our security cameras have them. So we're filing trespassing against them. They're going to stop this nonsense. As well as our dogs kept being cut loose the same days that these people were on the property. And the maroon truck that keeps coming onto our property, the license plate number is 101G88. We also have that on camera. So, no, we're going to start filing charges and grievances and with federal and state law about all this vandalism and trespassing and harassment that we're getting here on this property. This shit's going to stop.